Welcome to Reality Check. I'm Darren Karp, and on the line we have Georgia from MTV's The Challenge. Georgia, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, Georgia, I couldn't have you here without playing a Reality Check favorite. So I'm going to put you in the hot seat with a game we like to call Cast on Blast. So here's how it works, pretty straightforward. I'm going to name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me something sweet, something salty, and something we don't know about them. And don't hold back. I want all the tea. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, first up, we have your former showmance, Bear.
When Bear left the house, he left me a really long note, which was really sweet, and a plaque with his name on it with good luck all over it. Salty, Bear wears bronzer more than I do. And something you don't know about Bear is his mum is a black belt.
His mom is a black belt? Oh my, I would not
I was with his auntie yesterday and she told me that, so yeah.
Wow. Next up, we have your other fomance, Josh.
Something sweet is, I don't know, Josh messages me at least every 2 weeks to tell me how much he loves me, and I'm going to go to Miami to see him soon. Something salty is he always shouts at me when I eat biscuits on his bed, but like, I don't know, I like sitting on there, so I'm going to eat my biscuits there. And something you don't know is me and Josh snogged on the last reunion.
Oh, that's news to me. I have to go back to Bear because it took a second to process this. Did you say you were hanging out with him the other day or his mother the other day? Is that what I heard?
No, I was with his auntie. Like, we've got the same sort of family friends, and I was talking about how I want to train, and she was like, why don't you ask Bear's mum to help train you? Like, didn't you know she's a black belt? And I went, yeah, definitely going to do that. That won't make me look like a nutter. Bear comes out in the garden, and I'm like that with his mum.
Oh, well, I mean, and if you get a free trainer, why not? And then you snogged Josh at the reunion? Is that what I'm hearing correctly, Georgia?
Yeah.
And yeah, like, okay, we live in the United States. A snog is a makeout with tongue, yes?
Yeah, a snog's like, it's like a kiss, it's like a bit of tongue, but it wasn't like an infant one. It was like we was in a club, you know what Josh is like. He went for it, and I didn't dodge it.
Oh, and he texts you every 2 weeks saying that he loves you. What do you text back?
I love you too.
Do you?
I love Josh. I think he's one of the best people. He's got such a kind, honest soul, and there's not a lot of boys out there like him.
If you guys lived in the same country, would you snog him regularly?
I think if we lived in the same country, we would definitely date, me and Josh.
Oh, wow, Georgia. Wow, I'm a little shook with that. All right, let's continue with the game. What about the guy with the numbers, Pauly?
Oh, right. Something sweet about Pauly. The only thing sweet about Pauly is probably when he has a dessert and something like that. There's nothing sweet about him. Something salty about Pauly is, I know a lot of people know this, but he swore in his whole family's life to Josh that he wouldn't throw a grenade on him, and he's still done that. How can you swear on your whole family's life and die? And die and lie. I've never heard anything like it. And something you didn't know is he started wearing this stupid purple blazer because he really wants to be like the Joker, but it just makes him look a joke.
Wow, Georgia, a lot to say here. Like, he wears the purple blazer like every day?
Like, yeah, it's like this big, puffy purple blazer, and to be honest, he just looks like one of them people that valet your cars at nice restaurants.
And there's nothing sweet about him. You can't name one good thing about Pauly at all.
From my first season, yeah, I thought he was my friend. I thought he was a sweet person. And, we were partnered up at one point. We did have some good times. But seeing who he is on this season, I can't see one good bone in his body.
Well, what about his better half, Cara Maria, if we would say better half?
Something sweet about Cara is before I came into my second season, she sent me a really long message on Instagram saying how she thinks I'm amazing, I'm going to be a really good competitor, I'm a badass. You know, she gave me a lot of encouragement on my first season and in between.
That's nice.
Something salty is, you know, I thought she was my friend, but she literally turned on me the second I got in there because Pauly thought it was a good idea, even though, you know, she spent the whole of the reunion with me and spent a lot of time in contact with me before we got there. Something you didn't know about Cara. Oh, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Cara anymore. We didn't spend any time together this season.
Do you like her dating Pauly? Like, do you see why they're together? Do they make a good couple?
I don't see why she would want to date him. I think he acts so insane that he's like a cat on a hot tin roof.
All right, that's pretty good. What about the reason you were sent into the proving ground last week, Joss?
Something.
This is hard for you. This is hard.
No, because something sweet about Joss is, I don't know. There's a lot of sweet things about him, but I can't really think. Something sweet about Joss is he's a really kind boy. He makes an effort with everyone, and even with me. I know deep down he is a good person. He's just easily manipulated. Something salty about Joss is, you know, he's a bit like a jellyfish. He's got no backbone. He's literally like, if you blew up a balloon and you just let it go and he just, you know, doesn't know anything. And something weird about him is he eats, like, what was he eating the other day? He had like tuna with walnuts in it, and he just eats really weird stuff.
Ugh. Well, I mean, it's like he's buff, so he's probably just packing protein in.
He had like a dessert with tuna in it, and he was eating it in bed, and I should have known then that he couldn't be trusted.
Ew. Wow, that's surprising. All right, last up, what about your frenemy now, Kayleigh?
Something sweet about Kayleigh is that when she heard I was going through a hard time a few weeks ago, she sent me a really long message to make sure that I was okay, and I will never forget that. Something salty about Kayleigh is she swims like a lead balloon. And something you didn't know about Kayleigh is that me and her actually knew each other before the show. We've been out a couple of times, and I don't know, she's actually all right deep down.
So you guys can build on your friendship. This is not over. Like, you guys are budding in this. You're repairing everything.
Yeah, I'm a forgiving person. The only person you hurt when you hold on to a grudge is yourself. So anyone that's made an effort to try and speak to me since everything that happened, I'm more than willing to try and sort things out with.
You're a true adult, Georgia. Georgia, thank you so much for spilling the tea on your castmates. Sadly, we won't be seeing you anymore in the season, but watch The Challenge, War of the Worlds 2, Wednesday nights at 9/8 Central on MTV. I'm Darren Karp, and that was your reality check.